memories. WCAB, Rutherfordton. From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump ending the federal payments that help millions of poor Americans afford health insurance.
The White House says it will stop paying for billions of dollars in subsidies that help lower-income Americans afford their insurance coverage because it's determined the payments are unlawful. The Congressional Budget Office has said ending the payments will immediately increase the number of Americans without any health insurance. About 7 million people benefit from these subsidies. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
House Speaker Paul Ryan releasing a statement praising the president's decision. The House Speaker says the subsidies are illegal because they were never approved by Congress. Hours earlier, President Trump had signed an executive order expanding cheap health care plans. They're more affordable, but most don't offer coverage for basics like maternity care, prescription drugs, and ambulance services. Later today, the president will announce his decision on the nuclear agreement with Iran.
The president is expected to undo another major action of the Obama administration by decertifying the Iran nuclear deal, pushing it back to Congress, which will then have 60 days to decide what action to take. Critics charge that Iran has maintained the terms of the nuclear deal, and their president said that if the U.S. decides to unilaterally kill it, it will be clear which government, quote, violates international rules. Lana Zak, ABC News, Washington.
In Northern California, the death toll from those historic wildfires has gone up to at least 31 people.
As cadaver dogs and search teams get into burned-out neighborhoods, the number of bodies found is rising. Sheriff Rob Giordano says it will take some time to ID some of the victims who have been found.
We have found bodies that were almost completely intact, and we have found bodies that were nothing more than ash and bone.
The sheriff says he has no idea how many people have been killed in the fires. His teams are in searching the burned-out homes now. Alex Stone, ABC News, Santa Rosa, California.
In Northeast North Carolina, 2 prison employees are dead, 10 injured after an attempted prison escape. All inmates accounted for this morning. You're listening to ABC News.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? I'm Jim O'Connor, independent life insurance agent specializing in term life insurance. There's been a price war between the major life insurance companies. If you've had your term life policy more than 2 years, you may be paying too much. For example, a male age 45, non-tobacco user issue preferred best, $1 million of coverage is only $56 a month guaranteed level for 10 years. Or a male age 50, non-tobacco user issue preferred best, $500,000 of coverage is only $91 a month guaranteed level for 20 years. The life insurance industry is going through exciting changes. Make sure you're not paying too much for your term insurance. For new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote. 800-799-0903. That's 800-799-0903. Don't pay too much for your term insurance. Call 800-799-0903 or visit my website at term22.com. That's term22.com. Rates based on standard underwriting and may vary by state.
Dozens of people protesting outside Thursday night's NFL game in Charlotte. They were there to kneel for players forced to stand during the national anthem.
Let America know that we are not compelled to take a stand for a country that does not take a stand for us.
Bishop Kevin Long with Temple Church International, he helped organize the protest. Some fans were offended, others supported the protesters. A warning if you have a car with a sunroof. It could explode.
In the last 20 years, federal regulators have gotten more than 850 complaints of sunroofs suddenly shattering while a vehicle is in motion, most of them since 2011. Jeff Plunges is the auto editor for Consumer Reports.
The automakers will say, well, there are no serious injuries or fatalities. You know, what they should be saying is there are no serious injuries or fatalities yet. They have to deal with how dramatic these events are and how scary they are for people.
The brands most affected, Kia and Hyundai. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Some people are just lucky when they remember to be lucky. Man claiming a winning New York lottery ticket that he had forgotten all about. Jimmy Smith, who lives in East Orange, New Jersey, told lotto officials he usually doesn't rush to check his tickets, but a news report inspired him to take a look at some of them he had stashed away. He found the reported ticket worth $24 million. It was just about to expire. New York Lotto released his name on Wednesday after reviewing the claim. It's legit. He gets the money. This is ABC News.
Maybe it's a pair of shoes. Maybe it's a certain bike. Maybe it's a certain mattress. Whether you're running, biking, or even sleeping, the equipment you use matters. Beautyrest provides equipment for high-performance sleep to help you perform better than ever. For a limited time, get great deals on select Beautyrest mattresses during the Beautyrest High Performance Sleep Sale. Find a retailer at beautyrestretailers.com.
I'm Sherry Preston.
Have you noticed what's going on at Oakland Feed and Seed? Cheapest price in town on propane refills. 20-pound cylinder, $11.99. Forklift cylinder, $17.99. And the 100-pound cylinders, $55.99. Whole corn, $6.99 for the 50-pound bag. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 for the 50-pound bag. 17-17-17, just $12.50 for the 50-pound bag. Check with Oakland Feed and Seed for all prices. You'll find them the cheapest around. It's a generational thing. Your dad and your dad's dad shopped at Oakland Feed and Seed. Oakland Road, Spindale, locally owned and operated.
Looks like it'll be a little bit of a gloomy day. We'll have cloudy skies, some patchy drizzle around, but temperatures will be a little bit cooler with highs in the low to mid-70s this afternoon. Tonight into Saturday morning, cloudy skies, mild temperatures, and some patchy drizzle and fog. Low temperatures tonight in the low to mid-60s. And then Saturday we start off with some clouds, but then we finish with some sun with highs in the mid to upper 70s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Amy. We have cloudy skies as we get started on this Friday morning, and it's going to be sort of off and on throughout all day today. 50% chance of showers, and then tonight increases to 60% with some isolated showers. Then tomorrow all sunny on Sunday, and then the clouds return Sunday night, Monday, and then clearing out here again for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Right now it's cloudy, 66 degrees here at WCAB in Rutherford. Today we're being kind to Susan Robinson, who's retired, has a birthday coming up tomorrow, lives up in Golden Valley. Now I have these death announcements. Tammy Dobbins Hodge, age 57, of Polk County Line Road, Rutherfordton, died Thursday. Funeral services will be held at 3 o'clock Sunday in the Wilson Baptist Church with Reverend John Edwards and Reverend Hubert Street officiating. Burial will follow in the church cemetery, and visitation will be in the church sanctuary from 2 until 3 o'clock prior to the service. The Patchett and King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements for Tammy Dobbins Hodge. Tina Fowler, age 81, of Ellenboro, passed away Tuesday at her residence. A private graveside service will be conducted for the family, and Harrelson Funeral Home and Cremation Service has been entrusted with the arrangements for Tina Fowler. Homer Mike Guffey, age 79, of Forest City, passed away Friday at his residence. The funeral service will be conducted at 3 o'clock today at the Grace Chapel Foursquare Church of Forest City. Burial will follow in the Spindale City Cemetery, with military honors being accorded by the Rutherford County Honor Guard. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the church. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service has been entrusted with the arrangements for Homer Mike Guffey. Mrs. Patricia Carpenter, 78, of Golden Valley, died Wednesday at Carolina's Healthcare System, Cleveland. A graveside service will be conducted at 4 o'clock Saturday at First Broad Baptist Church Cemetery. After the graveside service, a visitation will follow in the First Broad Baptist Church Fellowship Hall. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Mrs. Patricia Carpenter. Mr. Fraser Pittman, 98, of Shiloh, died Tuesday at Oak Grove Nursing Center. The funeral will be conducted at 11 o'clock Saturday at Long Branch Road Baptist Church. Burial will follow in the Southern Baptist Church Cemetery. The visitation will be from 10 until 11 Saturday at the church prior to the service. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Mr. Fraser Pittman. Charles James Gufferson, 94, of Forest City, died Thursday, October the 5th, at his home in Canton, Ohio. The family will receive visitors Saturday, October the 14th at 2 o'clock in the Family Life Center of the First United Methodist Church in Rutherfordton. That's Charles James Gufferson. Nanny K. Morrow, 91, of Fredericksburg, formerly of Springfield, passed away Sunday at her home. The funeral service will be conducted at 12:30 Monday at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 12 until 12:30 at the funeral home prior to the service. And Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service has been entrusted with the local arrangements for Nanny K. Morrow. Richmond Hill Apartments in Rutherfordton could be the home you've been looking for. Richmond Hill Apartments are built for seniors 62 and up, or disabled 50 years and up, and they're handicap accessible. One-bedroom units are available, and project-based Section 8 assistance is available, and based on income, restrictions apply. This could be what you've been looking for. Contact Richmond Hill Apartments today at 287-2578 for more information between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. This could be your home sweet home. Professionally managed by Community Management Corporation and an equal housing opportunity. Again, that phone number is 287-2578, 287-2578. Richmond Hill Apartments, Butler Street in Rutherfordton, a property built for what should be your most enjoyable years. Come live with us at Richmond Hill.
And in some cases against the advice of his own aides, to follow through on his promise to dismantle this stupid Iran deal. You know, people forget Obama and John Kerry bypassed Congress to make this deal with Iran and other world powers, all of whom benefited financially. It's a treaty. That means it should have been ratified by Congress according to the Constitution. But games were played by both parties to subvert the Constitution. Senator Corker? Bottom line, the deal allows Iran to become a nuclear power. They got billions of dollars from us, delivered in cash, during the dead of night while the Washington establishment looked the other way. Now that same establishment are putting up roadblocks in the president's way, preventing him from unwinding this travesty that should never have been made in the first place. So yeah, Donald Trump is livid, and he's got every right to be. It would be a problem if he accepted it as is. See, folks, we should never take our freedom for granted or forget the brave men and women who protect our country. And that's why this Veterans Day, my friends at Mahindra are holding their 4th annual Military Salute giveaway. The winner will receive a Mahindra utility vehicle. That's right, a brand new camo Mahindra XTV 750S flex hauler. Now, the last winner, Sergeant Tom Simmerd, is loving his Mahindra XTV, and you could be next. To nominate someone who is active duty or a veteran of the U.S. military and get official rules, just visit rushlimbaugh.com. Look for the Mahindra Military Salute giveaway. Thanks to Mahindra, the makers of the toughest utility vehicles on earth, and God bless all of you who protect our freedom.
Take advantage of rock-bottom prices and test drive a Mahindra today at East Rutherford Equipment in Ellenboro, or visit eastrutherfordequipment.com. That's eastrutherfordequipment.com.
No silly giggling, no vulgar jokes, always family-friendly programming. From AM 590, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
This is Gerald Willis, attorney with the Arledge Law Firm in Rutherfordton. I want to publicly commend Jim Bishop, Lou Gillum, Tracy Hauser, and the entire WCAB staff for their effective and fruitful advertising program. My law firm, the Arledge Law Firm in Rutherfordton, began advertising with WCAB almost 2 years ago, and I am happy to report and confirm that our regular radio ads with WCAB have generated plenty of calls to our law firm to retain our various legal services. The economic benefit we have received from our advertising with WCAB makes the reasonable cost of advertising with WCAB well worth it. So, take it from me, Attorney Gerald Willis with the Arledge Law Firm. Advertising with WCAB pays big dividends. I encourage all my fellow business people in Rutherford County to promote their businesses by advertising with WCAB.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
You know, you can go ahead and get in the beat the rush by getting your holiday parties booked through Gregory's Original. If you like Gregory to cater those for you, you'll be pleased with the results and you'll be ahead of the game. Call Gregory at 287-2171 when you decide where you want it and how many people to expect, and let Gregory's go to work for you. Go by there for lunch today or dinner tonight or this weekend. Celebrate a good meal with family or friends. Gregory's, good food all the time in the Park Lane Plaza, Rutherford. Make a smart choice. Choose Gregory's for dinner or lunch. Or you go see them at Park Lane Plaza or call them at 287-2171. Or maybe call an order in for tonight. It'll be good.
Cornelius Donahue was born in Philadelphia and graduated from Girard College. Now, he could have spent his life in Eastern high society, but he loved reading dime novels about the West. Intrigued, he gave up the amenities of the East for Texas and the cowboy life. Realizing Cornelius Donahue wasn't a cowboy's name, he changed it to John Hurley. Now, in the West, everyone had a nickname, and usually it had something to do with a person's physical makeup. Cornelius had a lame foot, so he was called Lame Johnny. Realizing the cowboy life wasn't for him, Lame Johnny gave it up in favor of horse stealing. With his face appearing on wanted posters across Texas in 1876, Johnny went up to Deadwood. There he worked as a deputy sheriff and did a pretty good job at it too. Finally landing a job where he could use his college degree, he became a bookkeeper for a mining company and settled in for a quiet life. But it wasn't to be. A Texas acquaintance came to Deadwood, recognized Johnny, and told everyone about his past. The result was that Johnny lost his job. So he went back to stealing horses and robbing a stagecoach once in a while. Finally, in 1878, a detective named Captain Frank Smith came to town with a warrant for Johnny and arrested him. On October 18, the stage taking Captain Smith and Johnny to Cheyenne was stopped by some masked bandits, and they grabbed Johnny. Gang members rescuing their leader? Don't think so, for the next morning, Johnny was found hanging from a tree. To this day, it's remembered with a stream in the southern Black Hills of the Dakotas named Lame Johnny Creek. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
It's 17 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Friday the 13th. Let's get started with our call-around portion of our news. Find out what's been going on around your neighborhood. And Deputy Burgess is on the phone to give us that update. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing great. What's on the report?
In the last 24 hours, we've had 169 calls of service, 14 arrests, and 187 are currently in jail. Instance, we got an Angela Goodrich, Forceford Road, reported a breaking and entering and larceny. Items, Bluetooth speakers, and several rims. Also have a Stephanie of Emerald Hill, damage to personal property, was damage to her vehicle motor. And that's it on the incidents. Rest, we have Ricky Laws, charged with possession, simple possession and possession of stolen goods. Shannon Foster, assault and battery, assault on LEO. Tammy Rollins, charged with possession of intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver Schedule 2. Simple possession of Schedule 6 and drug paraphernalia. We have a Robert Randolph, failure to appear on misdemeanors, misdemeanor probation violations. And Casey Gilbert, charged with failure to appear on misdemeanor and misdemeanor larceny. And that's what I have for today.
Deputy Burgess, thank you so much for that report, and you have a safe weekend.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. It's 19 past 7 o'clock, and of course you probably have heard by now the Eagles beat up on the Panthers last night, 28-23. 28-23 Eagles over the Panthers.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
And Carolina Panthers #1 fan Todd reminded me that they didn't beat up on the Panthers last night. They just beat them. 20 minutes after 7. Here's Scott now with 911 Communications Report. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. We're doing good.
What's on the report?
Okay. In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 527 911 and administrative calls, which consisted of 37 for EMS, 13 for rescue. Law enforcement was 169 for the Sheriff's Office, 78 for Forest City, 6 for Lake Lore, 25 for Rutherford, 69 for Spindale. And under fire calls, Forest City responded to a motor vehicle accident, and that's all we've got for this morning.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
It's a for sure thing. Sisk Family Ford in Forest City is earning a quality reputation for offering an attractive inventory of new and used cars and trucks. If you want a new Ford truck, you'll be a smart shopper to let Sisk Family Ford quote you a deal. From a car for the newlywed to the car for the large family, let the Sisk Family Company help your family get the best deal. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
The Rutherfordton Police Department would like to thank everyone that assisted in the location of Jonathan Waters. Mr. Waters came to the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department to speak with an officer. Mr. Waters was arrested and the warrants was served on him. The Rutherfordton Police Department is still trying to locate the 1980 Ford F-100 white truck and the 2016 Honda Rancher ATV. The Rutherfordton Police Department is requesting help from the public in attempting to locate Jonathan Darrell Waters. This subject was involved in a felony larceny of an ATV and larceny of a motor vehicle that occurred on September the 24th. In Rutherfordton, Jonathan Darrell Waters has numerous charges secured on him, which includes felony larceny, larceny of motor vehicle, possession of stolen motor vehicle, and possession of stolen goods. Anyone with any information, please contact the department there in Rutherfordton. But Jonathan Darrell Waters has been located and arrested. All right, let's move now to Danieltown SDO. Ruby Taylor, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report today?
Well, the fire department didn't have any calls. And on my birthday calendar today, I've got Lisa Pope and Branya Marr having birthdays today. Then tomorrow is Debbie Adkins and Furman Pardon having birthdays, and Mr. and Miss Buddy Riggs having anniversary. Mr. and Miss Mike Johnson having anniversary tomorrow. And then Sunday, Mr. and Miss Furman Pardon are having a birthday anniversary, and hope all these people have a nice day. Signs are in the heart today, tomorrow, and Sunday goes into the bowels. And Jim, that's all I've got.
Ruby, thank you. Hope you have a good weekend.
You too.
Thanks.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
Well, if you go to Farmer's Friend Feed Seed and Supplies, you'll find that they now have propane. So they say come and get your tanks filled for the weekend. Also, deer offals are in. Shelled deer corn, 50 pounds for $7. Corn on the cob, $8 a bag. They now have all the fertilizer, lime, and overseeding supplies, lowest prices around, and pre-order your fish now if you want to do that by Wednesday, October the 25th, 2 o'clock. Decorate your fall scenes with pumpkins, corn stalks, and straws. All that's available for you at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supplies. They're open already over there. Homer is on the phone now from Rumbling Ball. Homer, good morning.
Good morning.
What's popping up there, Homer?
Not a whole lot. Just getting the morning started. Let's see. Been quite a few people in and out, employees venturing into work, and people coming by security to get their keys and money back. Just a normal routine. Weather-wise, kind of mild. 70 degrees at midnight. Currently at 68. Supposed to be a cool down coming. We're waiting on that. Looks like we had about a half an inch of rain last night. I didn't know it was raining until I come outside, but Steve said we had about a half inch. I'm sure they could use that out in California with those wildfires. They're really having it.
Boy, don't you know it.
They're really having it tough out there, so we need to send what rain we're getting out there. Let's see, other than that, got a few golf groups here this weekend. I think we've got a wedding tomorrow. I'm not sure what time or how many people. Still a little busy up here at Rumbling Ball. Right. Things have slowed down a little bit, but still a lot going on, especially on the weekends here.
Yeah, sounds like it. Homer, keep things under control for us, and we'll check back in with you folks next time.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Have a good one now.
You too. Thank you.
25 past the hour of 7 o'clock, and right now we are cloudy and 66 degrees. High school football action this evening, and Mr. Friday Night will be on the radio with me a little after 8 o'clock this morning to talk about tonight's lineups.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
And we're checking in with Bob Hodge over in the Hudlow Fire District. Bob, I hope you're doing well this morning.
Well, I'm doing terribly well there this morning on Friday the 13th.
Boy, it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Don't walk under any ladders. Don't break any mirrors.
No, you just be careful over there today.
I tell you, my morning started off like a Friday the 13th. It's all kind of little gremlins going on around.
Oh, my, that don't sound good already this morning.
Well, our networks, our overnight satellite feed was off this morning when I got here. Then NCNN, our Raleigh News observers and sports folks, stopped right in the middle of a sportscast. It just cut off, and they're not there yet. So I don't know what kind of problems they're having.
Well, it sounds like it's Friday the 13th.
I believe you're right.
Oh, man. But hope everybody has a good, safe day today. Looked like weather-wise, we had a little mist of rain. Looked like earlier this morning during the night there, but looked like it's supposed to move out. Have a pretty good weekend. But Jim, up here with the fire department is quiet during the night. No fire or wreck calls. Want to say happy birthday to Renee Samuels this morning. And also for Saturday, Lib Sinclair and Skyland Sheehan. And let's see, Mount Vernon Community Club is having their country ham and chicken pie supper this coming Saturday evening at the Mount Vernon Clubhouse, 4:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. Adults $9, children $5. 5 and under is free. Have country ham, chicken pie, green beans, slaw grits, applesauce, biscuits, homemade desserts, and tea. And Jim, that's about it up here on this Friday morning, and I hope you have a good and safe day over there today, and maybe things will straighten out with you there.
Well, Bob, thank you. I hope so, and I hope you have a great weekend as well, and I'll check back in with you next time.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Bob Hodge reporting out of Hudlow this morning, Fire District over there. We're being kind to Susan Robinson of Golden Valley today. She's retired, and her birthday's coming up tomorrow. Well, one of those places you can rest assured that you're going to get quality work quality attention, and great customer service. That's Miracle Ear. Lisa Terry prides herself in making sure that you get all your questions answered. Make sure that you're never pressured. Make sure that you find the right source for better hearing. Find out about the facts about Miracle Ear. Genius 2.0. It's an amazing piece of equipment. They make these instruments so small anymore you hardly know they're there, but boy, can you hear. Find out about some sound facts about Miracle Ear. There's no better respected or well-known brand in hearing aids than Miracle Ear. Lisa can explain all that to you. And you'll find her at the Forest City office on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the Shelby office other days, or anytime by appointment. Phone number to call in Forest City is 828-368-4126, and Shelby is 704-750-0215. Find out about that miracle in Miracle Ear. Cherry Mountain, here we come. Sue Price, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. It's a nice morning over here.
Good.
Got 66 degrees, and well, it's sun hadn't popped out yet. I don't know if it's going to come or not, but anyway, it's going to be a nice day. We'll take what comes. And let's see, I don't have any birthdays on my calendar. I didn't have any calls from the fire department. Fairview's got a birthday for Travis Van Dyke, so I hope Travis will have a good day. And nothing for first boat today, so not too many celebrating. Richard said I added an extra year onto him yesterday. He's only 82, so we'll go with that. We don't want to make him older than he is. Let's see. Tonight is the ribeye steak supper at Sunshine School, so if you got your ticket, or you might just go and see if they have extra. The plates are $10, and it's pick-up only. So if you ordered your steak, go pick it up tonight. It starts at, I guess, around 5. I don't know. I don't really have the time for it to start. And I have an announcement about a senior project for Kobe Burns. He will be having a barbecue dinner at Salem United Methodist Church, and that'll be Saturday, October 21st, 4 p.m. till 7 p.m. Adults are $10, and children 5 and under are $5. So come on out and help Colby with that. And then the Brotherhood of Big Springs Baptist Church are having a fish fry Saturday the 14th, 4 p.m. until. Donations only, and that's for the Brotherhood Benevolence Fund. And the Golden Valley Community Club is having a fish fry Saturday night, and it's at 4, from 4:30 to 8. The catfish and flounder and all the trimmings and good desserts and drinks. So come on up and enjoy a good fish fry at the clubhouse, and that'll go towards their projects there around the community. And let's see, I believe that's the only announcements I have. It's just going to be a pretty busy weekend over this way, so I hope everybody will have a good one, and I hope you and Faye have a good weekend.
Thanks very much, Sue. You have a great weekend, too, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
33 minutes after 7. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697. You can know a successful business many times by the company they keep and their years of service to their customers, and whether or not they're homegrown. I like that part. That's Southern Carpet and Hardwood Floors. Gerald and Lynn Tony started out in the business in 1993. They set out to offer the best products at affordable prices and to ensure their customers are satisfied. And their son Clayton joined the business when he was old enough to do that. And the company Southern Carpet keeps includes some of the best Bruce hardwood, Appalachian hardwood, Armstrong vinyl, Shaw carpet, and many, many more you'd recognize. Southern Carpet has the largest selection of hardwoods and laminates in this area. Check with them when you want something done to your floors. Maybe it's time before the holidays. Get free estimate and expert installation every time. Drop by to see them at 1512 West Main Street across from North State Gas Company. And remember, homegrown is good. Southern Carpet. Go see them real soon. All right, let's head toward Union Mills and get the Kelly report from Brenda Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this fantastic Friday the 13th?
It is a fantastic Friday for sure.
It is.
I'm not even going to think about it being the 13th.
No, Enough's already happened with you, hasn't it?
Could have been worse.
Yeah, that's right. It could always be worse. And yeah, that advertisement you just said, homegrown is good. I'm homegrown.
You are homegrown.
Yeah.
Right in Spindale, right?
Yeah. Sure enough.
They should name a street after you over there.
Well, they've got one in Rutland named after my grandpa.
Really? What is it?
Manfredo Street.
Oh, really? It's named after your granddad?
Uh-huh.
Well, how about that?
Well, wait, maybe no, my great granddad.
Okay.
See, I never knew my granddaddies. They were both dead before I was ever born.
Right.
So, but there's a Manfredo Street right there next to the hospital.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah.
Well, I never knew either one of my grandmothers. My mother's mother died when she was just a child, when my mother was a child, and my dad's mom died when I was a little tyke, too young to remember her. So I never really knew a grandmother.
Well, now I had a granny and a grandma, so I remember them. I was grown when they died, so. But I never knew what it was like to have a grandpa. So, but that's all right. But
Well,
there is a street named after some of my people.
Well, that's great. That's great. Manfredo Street. Every time I drive down that road, I'll think of you.
That's Italian.
Manfredo is Italian?
Yeah.
How about that? You like Italian food?
I love it.
well, that's pretty true to course then.
Yeah. I just like any kind of food, as long as it ain't got mayonnaise in it. But we hope everybody's having a good day today. And I had 63 degrees on the front porch, and we had an inch of rain overnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it rained that much.
Yeah. At one time, I thought I heard thunder. It woke me up, but then I didn't hear no more. But I don't know if it did or not. I just thought I did. I could have been dreaming. Birthdays today, we got Lily Camp, Stephanie Ford, and Jennifer Selvey. Don't have anything on round here, so we hope these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcement, Centennial United Methodist Church is going to have a hot dog cookout from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., and that'll be tomorrow afternoon. This is at 1473 Boy Scout Road here in Union Mills. And then Gilkey Ruatan Club is going to have a tractor swap meet October the 14th, open to anyone wishing to yard sale food and music, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., 12 o'clock noon. They'll have barbecue sandwiches, grilled chicken legs, and Clark Road Band will be providing the music. And then buffet breakfast at the Gilkey School Community Center starts at 7 a.m. and goes to 10 a.m. And this is Saturday the 14th. Adults $6, kids 6 to 12, $3, 6 and under free. It's all you can eat. Sausage, bacon, leavenworth, gravy, and biscuits, and all the trimmings. Proceeds go to help rebuild the old Gilkey School. And that's all the announcements I've got. This year thing that I've got for the buffet breakfast at Gilkey School, that's the first one they ever sent me to announce, and I've got all kind of stuff wrote on it where they call me about this and about that. It's a wonder I can still read it.
Well, that's good. You can have that information, though, to give out.
Yeah, I got a little old clipboard, and I try to keep all my stuff in it. Every now and then I might lose something, but I was just looking at that, and I thought, well... But that's all right. We get it announced, and that's the main thing, isn't it?
Well, it's always good when they get it to you in plenty of time for you to make those announcements. A lot of times we get things like the day before, and it's difficult to get that word out with not enough time. Folks can get them to us in plenty of, like a week ahead if possible, and we'll try to give it as many shots as we can. But
that's right, and that's good because people like to be in the know. And you're a station that keeps everybody in the know.
Well, we try to do that. People don't realize sometimes that our stack of community calendar items is really, really thick, and everybody wants to hear their item mentioned, and we just can't do them all at one time, so we have to sort of rotate them. And the chicken pie suppers and gospel singings and revival meetings and all those go in that stack.
Spaghetti suppers and breakfasts and all that good stuff.
and we're happy to do that, but I try to encourage folks, if they want it to really get noticed and they want it to stand alone, they need to go to our nonprofit rate of advertising. They don't have their own advertising spot. That way it's going to stand alone. Otherwise, sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
We don't mean it that way, but there's so many items we just can't get them all at one time.
And it's good not only to give it to you, but to call whoever's reporting in that district.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
And then if one don't get it, the other one will.
One don't get it, then the other one will. That'd make a good song.
Right.
If one don't get it, then the other one will. Anyway.
You'll be all right.
I hope you have a great weekend.
You too, and we'll catch you later.
Thanks, Brenda. 40 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is crazy out over here in the Blue Room. Wish you could come by and watch this show in operation sometime. But if you're on the internet web, you can see part of the stuff that's going on. Let's see. We're going to get to the next phone call here in just a moment.
Those facing cancer don't have to do it alone. Rutherford Regional's Cancer Resource Center offers patient navigation, experienced nurses who are there to provide information, support, and guidance when you need it most. In many cases, our nurse navigators are available to attend doctor visits with you to provide explanations about your treatment. The Cancer Resource Center is located just off Business 74 in Forest City next to Belk. For information, call 828-245-4596 or visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/cancer.
Honest, dependable, and on-time service, those are just a few of the words describing Hutchins Pest Control. Tim Hutchins is the owner, and along with his family, Chad, Charlie, and Emily, they've been voted the best in the pest control 6 years. And if you have a pest problem, or if you want to take care of it before it becomes a problem, now's the time to call Hutchins Pest Control. 34 years experience, and with their family name behind what they do, you can be sure it'll be done right. Get a free estimate when you call Hutchins Pest Control. Here's the phone number, 287-5171. That's 287-5171. Hutchins Pest Control. Honest, dependable, and on time. Would this be Luther Gilligan?
It's him.
Hey. I'm honored to be talking with you.
For what it's worth, it's him. May not be worth much to some people, but hey, it means a whole lot to me.
Well, you mean a whole lot to a lot of people. You may not realize that, but you do.
Well, I'd say a few anyway. Probably not a whole lot, but a few anyway. I mean, a whole lot of all those people I know, they keep opening up them. But hey, we're having a good time down here today. It's Friday. Everybody's trying to get to work, get the last day in, get another weekend going. But excuse me, but it's Quiet City Fire Department. They had one fire alarm yesterday and one smoke report and one medical call. They're quiet this morning. Things are peaceful for them. I want to remind everybody there's a big thing coming up tomorrow at 12 o'clock out here at the schoolhouse. They're going to have an honoring Dan Paget Dan X Paget, and banjo player. They'll be honoring him tomorrow. They're going to start that off with barbecue lunch at 12 o'clock, and then they said along about 1:30, they'll start up the bluegrass music, and then about 3 o'clock, they'll be having an award ceremony. They're going to be presenting him with a Longleaf Pine Award from the governor. So that's tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Everybody just invited to come on out. Have a good time there. And let's see, we want to wish happy birthday today. See Tammy Cole, she's having one today. Gail Taylor's having one. And Judy and Charles Geddes, they're having a wedding anniversary today. And also Karen and Brian Willett, they're having a wedding anniversary today. So hope these people all have a great day and enjoy their day. But boy, I plan to have a good time. And I hope you have a great day up there. We'll talk to you Monday.
Well, I'll be in Ellenboro tomorrow, just about all afternoon, and I'll be looking through the town of Ellenboro, having a good time with Dan Padgett at Dan Padgett Day. I'll see you then.
So come on down and have a good time.
All right. I'll see you.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye. All right, it is time for birthdays. We'd love to give away some Daylight Donuts from Granny B's, and we can do that if you'll call your birthdays in, and we'll put them all together, have a drawing, and some lucky person celebrating will get to celebrate with some delicious Daylight Donuts from Grady B's. Call now, 287-3356. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304.
I told my friend about Olmsted Plumbing, and boy, was she happy.
What did she have to say?
I told her to call 245-7302, and they would get right out there.
And did she say she would
I told her to ask around. Homeowners, builders, and everybody likes Olmsted. Eric and Chad Olmsted and their team understand the homeowners' needs, and I like that.
They have an inventory of replacement parts and specialized equipment and tools for any job.
I told her that, too.
Well, what was that number again?
245-7302. That's 245.
Yeah, I got it. 245-7302. Olmsted Plumbing.
Hot temperatures on the highway can be brutal on your automobile. RS Speedy Lube is there to help keep your automobile running clean. Keep the oil changed regularly. They'll check the fluids and vacuum the car. Next door, get the service you need on brakes, radiator, exhaust, CV joints, and radiator flush. RS Service Center also includes service on big trucks and campers. For the best car wash, it's the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash. RS Speedy Lube Service Center is a complete service center inside, outside, and down under Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
That's really something to crow about. It's the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's in Spindale. Get yours today while they're fresh. They're good. They're delicious. It's Daylight Donuts. It's something to crow about. Happy birthday to Susan Robinson tomorrow. She's retired and she has a birthday coming up tomorrow. She is our Be Kind To person of the day. Also, Lily Camp is 13, goes to Trinity School. Megan Matheny is 15, and she goes to Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy. Braylon Morrow, she is 12, student at Chase Middle. Betty Cochran's having a birthday. Robin Roop over in Ellenboro is 56 today. Alexis, what's that last word there? Ivanage. Alexis Ivanage is 10 down in Clipside. Mike Jones is 57. He runs Chase Convenience Store. Tammy Fowler works at ICC's having a birthday. And Mary Ann Hill over in Spindale is also celebrating today. And on October the 13th, Friday, Lily Camp, Stephanie Ford, and Jennifer Selvey. All these folks were born on Friday the 13th. How about that? Well, it might not have been Friday that day, but they were born on the 13th anyway. So we wish them all a happy, happy, lucky day. I'll be back with, see who's going to be lucky to win the Daylight Donuts in just a moment.
Fontaine gives us the delightful fable of the acorn and the pumpkin. One day a man was walking through the woods praying and meditating on the goodness of God. He looked up and noticed a great big oak tree with a tiny acorn hanging from one of its branches. Then he looked down and saw a great big pumpkin growing at the end of a tiny little stem. In his mind, he protested the work of the Creator. He would have put the large pumpkin on the big tree and the little acorn on the tiny stem. Then the man decided to take a rest, so he lay down underneath the oak tree and fell asleep. Now, as fate would have it, a tiny acorn fell off the tree and hit the man in the nose, waking him up and causing him to cry out in pain. Then he realized it. Suppose things were the way I wanted them. Suppose the pumpkin was up there in the tree instead of the acorn. I would probably be dead. And they say that the man walked away with a greater faith in God, saying to himself, whatever God does well. There are times in our lives when things are not going the way we would like them to go. We cry out, it's all wrong, it's stupid, it shouldn't be happening this way. At times like these, we need to remember that whatever God does well. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for today's Key to Confident Living are now available in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
And congratulations to Robin Root of Ellenboro. Robin's 56, and she's got herself some daylight donuts from Granny B's. I hope you'll try those pretty soon. Hey, listen, I got Jay Coombs, Mr. Friday Night. He'll be calling in here in a few moments, and we'll talk about tonight's matchup. High school football, 4 games tonight. We'll find out from Jay kind of what he thinks about tonight's lineup, and we'll have that on for you. And it's also going to be Friday Funnies here at the Blue Room today. Friday Funnies. We'll find something to laugh at after a while. Boy, we need it on this Friday the 13th, don't we? See if we can make his grin a little bit, turn the cheeks up a little bit, and turn it, smile real big. We'll see if we can do that after a while. Right now, though, let's do this.
I saw the harbor lights. They only told me we were parting. The same old harbor lights that once brought you to me. I watched the harbor lights. How could I help if tears were starting? Goodbye to tender nights beside the silvery sea. I love to hold you dear and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship and I was on the shore. Now I know lonely nights, for all the while my heart is whispering. So other harbor lights will steal your love from me. I love to hold you dear and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship and I was on the shore. Now I know lonely nights, for all the while my heart is whispering. So the harbor lights will steal your love from me.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. 2 prison employees died and several others were injured following a fire and attempted prison break on Thursday afternoon at the Pasquotank Correctional Institution near Elizabeth City. Justin Smith, a 35-year-old correctional officer, and Veronica Darden, a 50-year-old correctional enterprise manager, were killed. This man lives near the prison and says it was a tragic day.
We are praying for the families, and we're praying for the victims as well. But something serious took place.
President Donald Trump will immediately halt payments to insurers under the Obama-era health care law, the subsidies defray co-payments and deductibles for people with low to modest incomes. CBS News senior legal analyst Andrew Cohen says he expects this to be challenged in the court.
The White House and congressional Republicans say this move is lawful because there is nothing in the language of the health care law that requires these subsidies. Those who are about to challenge this move say it's an unconstitutional attack on a federal statute, that the White House can't sabotage a valid law in this fashion.
The death toll from wildfires in Northern California is up to 31, and the search is on for more possible victims. CBS News correspondent Steve Futterman reports from Santa Rosa.
Today there could be a brief respite for exhausted fire crews. The forecast calls for reduced winds. Firefighters are hoping to make progress. Tomorrow, though, the winds are expected to be back.
The Winston-Salem Police Department remembered the life of a fallen officer Thursday. Sergeant Mickey Hutchins died in the line of duty on October 12, 2009. Hutchins' widow, Beth, told WXII News that the anniversary never gets easier.
You know, depending on the weather, sometimes it throws us back to the day that all this happened and things like that.
Authorities believe a Surrey County house fire was started by a woman who was found dead there. Lisa K. White Johnson was identified as the victim. You're listening to NCN News.
Nothing could be finer than being at the North Carolina State Fair. So come to the fair and stop by the North Carolina Peanut Growers booth in the Carr Scott Building. Get a free sample of North Carolina peanuts and discover how eating peanuts can help prevent birth defects, reduce the risk of heart disease, and even help you lose weight. Come to the North Carolina State Fair now through the 22nd in Raleigh. This message brought to you by North Carolina's peanut farmers who are busy harvesting this year's crop of delicious, heart-healthy, cholesterol-free peanuts.
Sometimes the simplest things can make the biggest difference. An extra pair of hands, a smile, or a shoulder. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we feel the same about home and auto coverage, affordable rates, trusted service, and local agents. After all, making one simple difference in your life helps you make a big difference in another's. Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
For the second time in a decade, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill will learn today how it will pay for violations of NCAA bylaws. At issue are years of so-called paper classes and whether those classes unfairly advantage student athletes. Federal prosecutors have charged an Indiana man for allegedly mailing a pipe bomb that exploded inside a post office. A pregnant postal worker suffered minor injuries in the blast. Officers arrested Eric P. Craig yesterday. WBBM TV reporter Mike Pasilli says
it injured a woman who was working at the facility and was 7 months pregnant at the time. That explosive device was meant to be delivered to an attorney working for the city of Hammond. Then in late September, prosecutors say Krieg mailed a letter to another Hammond employee. That letter contained a bullet along with written threats, according to prosecutors.
House Speaker Paul Ryan is leading a congressional delegation to Puerto Rico today to assess the recovery from 2 hurricanes. More from CBS News correspondent Bill Rakoff.
The Speaker's trip comes as frustration grows with the slow pace of recovery. Fresh water is a luxury for many, and the power remains out to large swaths of the island, even hospitals. Dr. Carlos Millardo tells our David Begno he's got a generator for his ER, but it's out of fuel, just like his patients.
I think that my frustration is the response to the federal government.
On his visit, Speaker Ryan will meet with government officials, first responders, and local residents. Bill Rakoff, CBS News.
It may be summer-like weather, but Carytown officials are already preparing for winter. Bob Holden of the town of Cary in Wake County tells WREL they're bringing out all the equipment to make sure it's ready for the first big snowstorm.
If there's an impending storm, we can plan ahead and say, well, if it takes 24 hours to hit all the lane miles, at least we'll be prepared.
Mike Rayleigh, NC.
Get your message to the thousands. Call the WCAB Sales Department today at 287-3356.
ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. Millions of low-income Americans may be about to lose their health insurance coverage. President Trump cutting off billions of dollars in subsidies that made some of those plans affordable.
With plans to repeal and replace Obamacare failing in Congress, the Trump administration announced a move that may kill it outright, saying they will not provide the subsidy payments that offset insurance costs for low-income Americans. Austin Goolsbee, formerly President Obama's chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, denounced the move on MSNBC.
This is crazy town. This is a decision that is opposed by every major medical organizations, the doctors, the nurses, the hospitals.
Congress could reverse the administration's actions by choosing to fund the payments. Lana Zak, ABC News, Washington.
The past hour, the president tweeted, quote, Obamacare is a broken mess. Piece by piece, we will now begin the process of giving America the great health care it deserves. The president also signed an executive order this week expanding the sale of cheap health plans. He says millions of people will have great health care because of his order. Many of those plans, however, lack basic services, things like maternity care and prescription drug coverage. Later today, the president will make an announcement about the Iran nuclear agreement.
President Trump called it the worst deal ever, but the president is not expected to walk away from the nuclear deal, which lifted punishing sanctions on Iran in exchange for limits on and inspections of its nuclear program. Instead, he is expected to decertify the deal. That would kick it back to Congress to decide whether to reimpose sanctions. But Congress really has no appetite to do this.
ABC Chief Global Affairs Correspondent Martha Raddatz. Congress will have 60 days to make a decision. Iran and U.S. allies say the agreement cannot be renegotiated. In Northern California, search crews have found more wildfire victims. At least 31 people have been killed in those fires. Prosecutors in New York, now London, are looking further into allegations of sexual assault made against Harvey Weinstein. You're listening to ABC News.
Have you ever thought about saying goodbye to your job? Just walking into your boss and saying, I quit. And how would you like to commute to work without ever leaving your home? Well, not long ago, a 39-year-old entrepreneur from a billionaire family spent $20 million in 3 years to find the best home-based business in North America. He researched 70 different companies, and when he found the only one that had real long-term potential, he bought it. And right now, he's looking for people to help him turn this company into his next billion-dollar success story. So if you're serious about making money from home without having to leave your home, well, grab a pen, because I'm about to give you the address of a website where you can learn all about this unique and rare opportunity. Write this down, www.goherenext.com. Now get on your computer and go to this site now. Part-time or full-time, your income is based totally on your performance. Interested? GoHereNext.com and say goodbye to your boss tomorrow. GoHereNext.com.
A night of violence in New Orleans has left one police officer dead.
4 officers were on patrol at an apartment complex in the east part of New Orleans. Something attracted their attention. They stepped out of their vehicles and immediately came under fire. One of the officers was hit in the head and would later die. The suspect also was shot but ran into one of the apartments. SWAT team members arrived. That man gave up and is now in custody at a New Orleans hospital.
That's ABC's Jim Ryan. Angry reactions in Puerto Rico to one of President Trump's tweets this week. The president on Twitter saying, we cannot keep FEMA, the military, and the first responders who have been amazing under the most difficult circumstances in PR forever. People there not happy.
We cannot see the help from FEMA right now. We haven't seen nobody giving food, giving water, nothing. At least in this neighborhood.
That's Mendelo Disla, who lives in San Juan. He says he hasn't seen anybody from FEMA, so how can they leave? Most of the island still has no power or clean drinking water. 3 weeks after Hurricane Maria, at least 45 people died in the storm and its aftermath. Florida Keys still cleaning up from Hurricane Irma, but a recent discovery has given people some hope. Key West's iconic Paradise USA sign back home. ABC affiliate WPLG in Miami reports a couple in Fort Myers returned the sign on Thursday. Fort Myers is 300 miles from the Keys, but they don't think it blew there because somebody reported seeing it on the ground in Key West after the hurricane. When it was finally returned by ferry, there were cheers on the dock. This is ABC News.
My son had been injured and he was prescribed pain opiates. No one ever told us how highly addictive these drugs were. My reaction was shock. My son didn't get so deep into the dark, scary woods overnight, and it's no straight line coming back. For parents out there who don't have hope, I realize there's a lot of families that are torn apart, but families can heal. Young people can get better.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I'm Sherry.
Are you hungry for great food but not fast food? Stop by Old Town Eatery, located on West Main Street in Spindale. They offer fresh salads, various sandwiches, burgers, pasta, seafood, steaks, and veggies. They have just about anything you might be hungry for. Mention WCAB and get 10% off your meal. Open Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 6 to 9, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday from 6 to 2. That's Old Town Eatery on 239 West Main Street in Spindale. You've been everywhere else, now give them a try. Now serving breakfast all day long.
Looks like it'll be a little bit of a gloomy day. We'll have cloudy skies, some patchy drizzle around, but temperatures will be a little bit cooler with highs in the low to mid-70s this afternoon. Tonight into Saturday morning, cloudy skies, mild temperatures, and some patchy drizzle and fog. Low temperatures tonight in the low to mid-60s. And then Saturday we start off with some clouds, but then we finish with some sun with highs in the mid to upper 70s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
Amy, thanks so much for that weather forecast. We now have 64 degrees and cloudy skies here on Friday morning, but we should be getting some sun maybe a little later, but it's going to be mostly cloudy all day today. Looking toward the weekend on Sunday, partly cloudy, no rain there, 81 for the daytime high. The rain picks up Sunday night and into Monday with a slight chance of scattered showers on Monday, and clearing out of here again for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week with beautiful, beautiful weather. Right now it's cloudy and 64 degrees right here at WCAB in Rutherfordton. And congratulations to Robin Roop of Ellenboro. Robin's 56 and won the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's a moment ago. And I know those will be good. And we're being kind to Susan Robin, son of Golden Valley. Susan is retired, has her birthday coming up tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we have a Be Kind to open for tomorrow. If you'd like to fill that Be Kind to for tomorrow. And looks like again on the... can't read it from here. Wednesday. I used to go read that board this far away. What? I don't know if that board's slipping further back or from the blue room or what, but I used to read that board from here. What's going on here? All right, anyway, let's go to the phones now. We have Mr. Friday Night. Jay Coombs on the phone with me right now to talk about big lineup for tonight's high school football. Jay, good morning.
Well, good morning, Jim.
Boy, a little different from last week, right? Just one game this week. What's going on?
Well, yeah, last week, of course, we had the Thursday night game. Then we turned around and had another game on Friday night. And tonight, all of our teams are away, so all four of our teams are on the road tonight.
Well, that'll be easy to have to do a broadcast tonight, I guess, since you don't have two games in a row. You'll be a little rested tonight, right?
Well, yeah, the good thing about it today is our one-day fall break at the college.
Oh.
So that means I actually get some time away from the classroom as well. So, yeah, I should be pretty rested up for tonight.
Tell us how the lineup's shaping up for tonight.
Well, Jim, our feature game of the week is going to be Thomas Jefferson at Gastonia Highland School of Technology. We know them as Highland Tech. Now, the Rams are only 2-5 overall, and they are 0-3 in the conference race, whereas the Griffins are on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. They remain undefeated, 7-0 overall, 3-0 in the conference. Now, I have done my homework. To the best of my knowledge, no Rutherford County high school football team has gone 8-0 to start the year since the 1992 undefeated East Rutherford team. That team actually went 13-1, made it all the way to the fourth round of the playoffs. So it has been 25 years since we've had a team, and a good opportunity tonight for the Griffins to improve to 8-0. This will be 7:30 kickoff in Gastonia. Highland Tech is right off of I-85 when you get to the Highway 321 exit. You go south and then take a right, and it's really easy to find right off the interstate there. 7:30 kickoff tonight. We'll be on the air at 6:45. Now, also, over, down the road a little bit, East Rutherford Cavaliers have a date tonight in Belmont to take on the undefeated South Point Red Raiders. South Point is 7-0 overall. Cavaliers are 5-2. This is going to be a really good challenge for the Cavs tonight to see if they can pull the big upset and defeat South Point. Chase tonight is at East Gaston. Trojans and the Warriors are both 1-6 overall. They're both 0-1 in the conference race. This is going to be a matter of who wants to stay out of last place and out of the basement in the Southwestern Conference. So Chase tonight at East Gaston. And RS Central has a dubious task of traveling to Shelby. Shelby last week, of course, 63-0 win over Chase. Golden Lions are 6-1 overall, 1-0 in the conference. Hilltoppers are 2-5 overall, 0-1 in the conference, coming off of that 47-0 loss to East last Thursday night. So Central at Shelby tonight, Chase at East Gaston, East Rutherford at South Point, and our game of the week will be TJ at Highland Tech.
Well, it's narrowing down toward the end of the season here pretty soon. It's still getting more and more exciting as the season comes to close to an end.
Yeah, Jim, it's hard to believe, but this is week 9 of the regular season. That means after this week, we only have 3 weeks to go in the regular season.
Wow. Then we'll be looking at who's going to postseason play.
And the postseason playoffs this year have been changed. Radical difference. Not as many teams will be invited to participate in 1A and 4A. Now there will still be 64 teams in the 2A and the 3A, but the whole selection process has been changed. We'll talk more about that when we get closer to the playoffs.
Let me ask you this. I believe you mentioned that Shelby had lost one game so far. Who beat them?
Well, believe it or not, they had to go to Rock Hill, South Carolina, but they faced a very, very good South Point, South Carolina team a couple of weeks back. They got shut out by them, 35-0.
Wow.
That just kind of goes to show there is a difference between South Carolina high school football and North Carolina high school football. And for a number of years now, folks down south, they're playing at a bit different level than we have been in North Carolina, no doubt about it.
Well, we wish all of our local teams success tonight. We wish them victory, all 4 of them, and we'll see how it goes tonight with our broadcast game of the week. TJ at Highland Tech. Jay Coombs, thank you so much. You have amazing memory on all those stats that you can remember from years gone by.
No. I keep good notes.
I thought maybe you had
memory, not the memory, but I keep good notes.
I thought maybe you had a staff of many that kept you in line like that.
Oh, I wish.
Have a good day, Jay, and we'll see you tonight.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Bye-bye. That's Jay Coombs, Mr. Friday Night, reporting in this morning. And, of course, that game can be heard on AM 590, Northland Cable Channel 5, and streaming on the World Wide Web. And also, they have a Facebook account going as well. You can talk to them and see them there if you want to, and send them little Facebook messages. 14 now past 8 o'clock. Friday Funnies coming up here after the bottom of the hour. Right now we've got some stories, news from here and there. Right after we do this.
The breast cancer program at Rutherford Regional Health System is designed to provide each patient with comprehensive and compassionate care. Beyond having state-of-the-art technology for early detection and the most current treatments available for breast cancer, each patient is viewed as an individual. As the treatment for breast cancer becomes increasingly complex, it is important to know that Rutherford Regional is here to provide you with knowledgeable and caring medical professionals who will be with you every step of the way. For more information about the breast care program at Rutherford Regional, log on to www.myrutherfordregional.com/breastcare.
There are plenty of drugstores around here, but not all of them offer the personal customer service that's offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Now, Laura Hodge and her team know waiting in long lines is not what you want to do when you're waiting on a prescription to be filled. They understand your need for prompt and accurate service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore. If you've not yet gotten your flu shot, go by the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton and give them an opportunity to help you. They're doing flu shots over there right now. You can call 287-7117 and set up a good time for you if you want to do that, or you can just drop in. But either way, go ahead and get set up. Get those flu shots at Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. They're in the Dapple Building on Charlotte Road, Rutherfordton. Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Well, let's look at some stories from here and there this morning. Data Courier is reporting that a 2015 International tractor trailer hauling goods for the Dollar General turned into front of a pickup truck at Riverside Drive in East Main Street in Forest City at 11:45 on Thursday, causing significant property loss. Herbert Ross Condry of Race Path Church Road in Ellenboro was traveling east on East Main Street, pulling a trailer and a lawnmower. The tractor trailer driver, Jason David Porter of Bristol, Virginia, was traveling west, and Porter was making a left turn onto Riverside Drive when he turned in front of Condry. Condry struck the tractor trailer before coming to rest. The pickup truck hit a Toyota passenger car driven by Kevin Ivan Martinez of Boston. Condry was trapped inside the pickup truck several minutes before Forest City Fire and Rescue could free him. He sustained cuts on his head and was transported to Rutherford Regional Medical Center by Rutherford County EMS. He was later released, according to Senior Patrol Officer Scott Haynes of the Forest City Police Department. Martinez nor his passenger, Brandy Nicole Stiltner, were injured. Haynes charged Porter with failure to yield. His tractor trailer and Condry's truck had to be towed. The road was blocked approximately 2 hours yesterday when that happened. Well, registration to vote in the Tuesday, November 7th municipal election ends today at 5 o'clock at the Board of Elections on Fairground Roads, and this is only for those folks who live in the municipalities, not out in the counties. Anyone who wants to vote on Election Day must be registered by today, according to Election Director Debbie Bedford. However, voter registration and voter information changes can occur during one-stop voting days. Now, one-stop voting begins Thursday, October the 19th, and ends Saturday, November the 4th, only at the Board of Elections office. Weekday hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 at the Board of Elections office, and Saturdays are 8:30 to 1. There are contested races in Spindale, Rutherfordton, Lake Lure, Forest City, and Ellenboro. Non-contested races are in the towns of Bostic, Chimney Rock Village, and in Ruth. Now, if you want to vote, if you live in those municipalities and want to vote and have not registered, you must do that before closing time today. I had the privilege of moderating the political forum. Well, they don't say political. Moderating the forum up in Lake Lure last night for the commissioners running for office and those who won re-election, and the mayor's race. The mayor is running uncontested, but it was a good forum put on by the Hickory Nut Gorge Chamber of Commerce. I had the privilege of being there to moderate that on their behalf. Other news from the Rutherfordton Police Department this morning. The Rutherfordton PD would like to thank everyone that assisted in the location of Jonathan Waters. Mr. Waters came into the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department to speak with an officer. Mr. Waters was arrested and the warrant was served on him. The Rutherfordton Police Department is still trying to locate the 1980 Ford F-100 white truck and the 2016 Honda Rancher ATV. So they want to thank you for your help in that respect. Jalen Laquin Bowers was arrested on Sunday night up in Lake Lure for standing and walking down the center of Highway 74 near Lake Lure. Several drivers concerned about the man's safety stopped at Beals Creek Station to report the incident. According to the report, the 911 operators and responding law enforcement officers worked quickly to learn the identity of the subject. The young man had been reported as possibly having social and mental disorders and hearing loss. The officers were informed the man read lips and would most likely run if approached. The first responders, the telecommunicators, family, and passerbys brought a compassionate, appropriate response to that, and Bowers was taken for evaluation before being charged with impeding traffic by sitting, standing, or lying in the road and resisting arrest. Fortunately, he did not get run over. 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, here on this Friday morning edition of the Morning Wake Up Call, we'll have the Sheriff's Report with Deputy Burgess in just a moment.
How does a year of free internet with Northland sound? Like staying up to date with social media. That's right, family. I'm bringing this message to you. Free. Or streaming all of your favorite movies.
Oh, John, I do love you.
Enter to win free internet from Northland by signing up for Northland's best offer of the year. Call 1-888-NORTHLAND or visit getnorthland.com to sign up today. Limited time offer. Must be at least 18 years or older to enter. Additional restrictions and conditions apply. See getnorthland.com/offers for details.
You can fall into fitness and lifestyle wellness and spa today and no payment due until January 2018. That's right. Join today and pay first month's dues and no payment till January 2018. Your body has incredible potential. Take care of it by getting fit this fall. Enjoy indoor heated pool, outdoor walking track, massage service, and so much more. Lifestyle wellness and spa accepts silver sneakers and silver fit. Go ahead, get started on a new you while this fall fitness deal is underway. Only at Lifestyle Wellness and Spa, Oak Street, Forest City, family owned since 1988.
Hey, this is Tammy with the Home Medical Department at Smith's Drugs in Forest City. We have new hospital bed sheets in gray checker patterns and other colorful colors. We also have the comforters to match, not the regular boring hospital sheets, and they fit semi-electric hospital beds. We have a new shipment of the new Flex and Go cane, pivots 360 degrees in any direction. It's comparable to the Hurricane. It folds and is adjustable, and it's for $30.57. We also have lift chairs available. One in particular we have has heat and massage, so come in and try us out. It's a gorgeous walnut color, and it's cloth. Come see us at the Home Medical Department at Smith's Drugs in Forest City.
Thank you very much, Tammy. And listen, Go Forth Pest Control has been doing this business a long, long time. Many of you have called on them from time to time. Many of you have the annual contracts with them, which is good. If you want a complete home inspection, moisture and water control as well, structural repairs and waterproofing, Go Forth can do that as well. They offer professional work, and customer service is always guaranteed. Call David today at 287-3188. That's 287-3188. They are North Carolina licensed and have received the Best of Rutherford County and Pest Control Awards. Located North Washington Street, Rutherfordton, big or small, Go Forth Termite and Pest Control can handle it all. Hey, here's an opportunity for you to support two different causes, the Masters Academy and support the veterans. It's called the 5th Annual Go the Extra Mile Glow Run to honor veterans. It's going to be Saturday, November the 11th, 6 o'clock at McNair Field in Forest City. It's a 5K run, or you can walk it, or walk as far as you can walk and stop if you want to. But to go the extra mile with veterans through a luminary lit pathway. Registration is available for you if you'll just contact them at 229-3172 if you'd like to run or walk in that, or if you'd like to support a veteran. If you want to put a name of a veteran on a t-shirt, do that in time, and ask about that if you know a veteran or two you'd like to put on a t-shirt. It's a fundraiser. They'll charge you to do that, but it's worth it. Or if you want to buy a luminary and put a veteran's name on the luminary, that's $5. Contact them. Support the We Run Free Because of the Brave 5K Run Walk, sponsored by the Masters Academy. And again, that's November the 11th at 6 o'clock at McNair Field. That phone number again is 229-3172, 229-3172. And you get your packet if you want to participate, or you can send some money or support this by buying a luminary in support of your veteran. Here now is Deputy Burgess.
The last 24 hours, we've had 169 calls of service, 14 arrests, and 187 are currently in jail. Instance, we got an Angela Goodrich, Forceford Road, reported a breaking and entering and larceny. Items, Bluetooth speakers, and several rims. Also have a Stephanie of Emerald Hill, damage to personal property, was damage to her vehicle motor. And that's it on incidents. Rest, we have Ricky Laws, charged with simple possession and possession of stolen goods. Shannon intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver. Schedule 2, simple possession of Schedule 6, and drug paraphernalia. We have a Robert Randolph, failure to appear on misdemeanors, misdemeanor probation violations. And Casey Gilbert, charged with failure to appear on misdemeanor and misdemeanor larceny. And that's what I have for today.
You go in at any time.
This is the third time in as many years that Kuechly has gone under the league's concussion protocol. Cam Newton ran for a touchdown, but he also threw 3 interceptions that led to scores for the Eagles.
We didn't have good ingredients to win. Turning the ball over as many times as we did, giving them layups for scores. In order to win a game like that, you just have to protect the football better.
It'll be the Cubs against the Dodgers in the NLCS for the second straight year. Addison Russell delivered the go-ahead 2-run double and finished with 4 RBIs as the Cubs downed the Washington Nationals 9-8 in Game 5 of the Division Series. Russell is getting a clutch hit off Max Scherzer, as he did in the 5th inning. It's not easy.
He's definitely a competitor. I just want to get something over the plate, try not to do too much, just move the runners, and ended up driving in 2 runs.
The New York Yankees take on the Houston Astros tonight in Game 1 of the ALCS. Masahiro Tanaka takes the mound for New York. He'll go against Houston hurler Dallas Keuchel. A federal appeals court has lifted a Texas federal judge's injunction, which blocked a 6-game suspension for Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott, and that clears the way for NFL's punishment over a domestic violence allegation and likely lead to the running back's legal team seeking further relief. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans voted 2-1 to back the NFL's emergency request to set aside the injunction. This is NCN Sports.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
The NCAA Committee on Infractions, handling North Carolina's multi-year academic scandal, plans to release its ruling today in its sketchy courses in the formerly named African and Afro-American Studies program at Chapel Hill. Back in April, before the Tar Heels beat Gonzaga in the national championship, Roy Williams was asked at a press conference how concerned he was about the investigation.
Not a lot. And the reason I say that is because my firm belief that we did nothing wrong. Okay, and that's just the best way to put it. Were there some mistakes made? You're darn right there were. Were there some things that I wish hadn't happened? You're darn right. But there were no allegations against men's basketball.
The university faces 5 top-level violations amid its long-running academic scandal tied to irregular courses featuring significant athlete enrollments. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Have you noticed what's going on at Oakland Feed and Seed? Cheapest price in town on propane refills. 20-pound cylinder, $11.99. Forklift cylinder, $17.99. And the 100-pound cylinders, $55.99. Whole corn, $6.99 for the 50-pound bag. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 for the 50-pound bag. 17-17-17, just $12.50 for the 50-pound bag. Check with Oakland Feed and Seed for all prices. You'll find them the cheapest around. It's a generational thing. Your dad and your dad's dad shopped at Oakland Feed and Seed. Oakland Road, Spindale, locally owned and operated.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt at Insurance Service Associates, about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
Larson feels Johnson should have been penalized.
I'm sure Jimmy and their team would probably agree that they didn't follow the rule.
At Martinsville, a costly crash.
All the $1 million sensors are good.
Plus, another driver loses a ride, and
Got everything all fixed up after the race was over and relaxed on Monday for a little bit.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass.
Drivers, start your engine!
NASCAR speeds to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Pennzoil 400 and a triple header showdown.
Green flag waves and we're underway.
Tickets are going fast.
Keselowski uses the high line.
Great seats starting at $59 and kids pay just $10.
4 wide getting into turn 3.
Call 800-644-4444 or select your seats at lvms.com.
Truex will get the edge.
Plan now for the NASCAR triple header. March 2nd through 4th at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Grime, friction, wear, destructive words when it comes to an engine. Adding C-Max microlubricant to your oil and fuel allows it to soak into metal to disperse harmful carbon deposits. You wouldn't wax a car with dirt on it. Don't run your engine without Z-Max. Help improve performance, reduce emissions, extend engine life, and improve fuel mileage with Z-Max microlubricant. Get Z-Max today at zmax.com or your local auto parts store.
They've wrapped up a 2-day Monster Energy Cup Series test at Martinsville Speedway, and during a break, Kyle Larson talked about how he thought it was unfair NASCAR didn't penalize Jimmy Johnson when his crew replaced a missing lug nut outside his pit box during last Sunday's race.
I don't think it's right that NASCAR's kind of excuse or whatever from him not having a penalty. I'm sure Jimmy and their team would probably agree that they didn't follow the rule. Now, I would like to see NASCAR just make us back all the way up to our pit stall like we typically do. I think they said that him losing spots on pit road was already a penalty in itself, but not really, because if he would have gotten the penalty that he deserved, he would have been behind the lap down cars and everything.
At the Martinsville test, each manufacturer was allowed to bring what they call a wheel force car. With all the tricky sensors, the vehicle's price tag is 7 figures, and Alex Bowman backed Chevrolet's version into the wall.
We knocked one sensor off the left rear, and it wasn't like that really expensive stuff. So the arm's good, the wheel's good, all the $1 million sensors are good. It was just, it's not cheap, but it's not the crazy expensive stuff.
David Reagan will return to Front Row Motorsports next season, but Landon Castle has just found out he'll no longer be the team's second driver.
I think it's definitely upsetting because I think I did a good job for the team and for my sponsors. I certainly, work hard and work hard for everyone.
Meanwhile, Furniture Row Racing has made it official. They'll run just one car next season with Martin Truex Jr. And AutoZone gets you what you need, so get in the zone. AutoZone.
AutoZone presents the oil change. Regular oil changes protect your engine from wear and tear, helping your car roll well beyond the 100,000-mile mark. Right now, get any 5 quarts of Valvoline Premium Conventional Oil and an STP filter for $24.99, or an extended life filter for $2 more. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner. Let's get you what you need. See store for restrictions and details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. The last time we saw Kyle Busch before the Martinsville test, he was flat on his back, covered in ice packs after he climbed out of his car at Charlotte.
Had to get unheat soaked, essentially, and get cooled back down. Just body temperature was so hot, just could barely stand it. So got everything all fixed up after the race was over and relaxed on Monday for a little bit and feel good now.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you in part by AutoZone.
When you're looking for a new bike, don't settle for second best, and that's precisely why you want a Honda. And the best place to get your off-road bike, your street bike, four-wheelers, dirt bike, or your new all-terrain vehicles, they got it all. It's E&H Honda in Alexander Mills. The Honda quality and style has been the big seller over these many years. The name E&H Honda has been the place to go for over 25 years because people expect the best from them. For personal hometown service and experience, stop by 122 Blanton Circle, Alexander Mills, Forest City. That's E&H Honda.
Looks like it'll be a little bit of a gloomy day. We'll have cloudy skies, some patchy drizzle around, but temperatures will be a little bit cooler with highs in the low to mid-70s this afternoon. Tonight into Saturday morning, cloudy skies, mild temperatures, and some patchy drizzle and fog. Low temperatures tonight in the low to mid-60s. And then Saturday we start off with some clouds, but then we finish with some sun with highs in the mid to upper 70s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Amy. Cloudy skies continue here in the foothills. 65 right now, warming up to about 71 before it's all over with today. We get some sun peeking behind those clouds. Looking now toward the weekend, looks like tomorrow going to be pretty good. Highs around 79. No rain in that forecast. Rain returns Sunday night with only a slight chance. We're going to be partly cloudy Sunday with 81. Monday, 30% chance of showers. Tuesday, no rain, all sun. Highs around 68 on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, highs around 70 and mostly sunny. No rain in that forecast. So it's going to be off and on kind of weekend. So just keep your umbrella handy, and you may run into a shower. Matter of fact, you may be driving somewhere, run into a shower, and run right out of it the next few minutes. It's going to be that kind of weekend, it looks like. Well, coming up tomorrow, of course, is the Dan X Pageant Jamboree. October the 14th at the Ellenboro School. Schedule a lot of entertainers to be there. Going to have, of course, there'll be a barbecue lunch you can purchase over there if you like to do that. You have lunch on the scene and surrounded by some great music. Piney Mountain Boys are going to be starting to play 1:35. The Dancing Stars Cloggers, 1:45. Tony Robertson with Wildgrass at 2 o'clock. There'll be a little break there, and then more clogging at 2:40. And we're working our way up to the big ceremony at 3 o'clock with the awards presented to Dan Paget. My, what rewards he'll be getting, recognizing his contribution to music from right here in our county. Then the Shady Oak Ramblers will conclude the program. We hope you'll make your plans to come out there and support this. It's going to be there are a lot of contributors who have helped make this possible. Special thanks to a lot of volunteers who've made this possible. We do appreciate all of those, and you'll see some of those. And after the ceremony is over with, Dan's receive a lot of special awards. He's going to be on stage with many of his students he's taught over the years, and they're going to be picking and grinning with jam session with Dan Paget and students from all over the country that's coming to enjoy this big day for Dan Paget Day in Ellenboro tomorrow, starting at noon with lunch, and then the music starts a little bit later on. We certainly hope you can come. The most significant artifacts owned by the Rutherford County Historical Society will be on display each Saturday in October from 9 until 2 at St. John's Church. They're on North Main Street in Rutherford. Items to be shown date from the American Revolutionary War, the antebellum era, the Civil War, and the late 19th century. The event is free and open to the public, so make your plans to visit that while those are on display there at the historical St. John's Church, North Main Street in Rutherford. High school football tonight. Our game of the week is Thomas Jefferson at Highland Tech, and that'll be a good game tonight. And other teams, Central is at Shelby, Chase is at East Gaston, and East is at South Point. And then we have a Tar Heel game tomorrow against Virginia A. All righty, we promised you a little laugh. I think we're going to get that. Willie always proves to create a little grin, a little smile on the faces of many. So we'll have a little fun on this Friday Funnies here on the Morning Wake Up Call.
Watch Mortuary.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing today?
Very good, sir. How may we be of service to you today?
Well, we done had a death in the family.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you like to talk with us about funeral arrangements?
Yes, ma'am. Who can I talk with?
My name is Mary Watts, and I can help you. My husband and I are the owners here.
Okay, then. Could you tell me about how much it costs to have a funeral nowadays?
What was your name, sir?
Richardson, Willie P. Richardson.
And what is the name of the deceased?
Disease. She didn't have no disease. She was killed in a car accident.
Oh, yes, sir. And what was her name?
Annie Bell. I guess you could call her Annie Bell Richardson.
Yes, sir, Mr. Richardson. Well, the average today is about $5,000. You can have a very beautiful service for around $5,000.
Well, I wasn't figuring on spending quite that much.
Yes, sir. Well, about how much was you figuring on?
Oh, maybe $200 or $300.
Well, Mr. Richardson, I don't think you'll find anyone who could do it for that price. Where is Annabelle's remains located right now?
Well, part of them is in a box, and the other part, her head in my ice chest in a Ziploc freezer bag.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am. Her head got cut off when something blew out the back of a truck out on Highway 71, and she was riding in the front seat of my convertible.
Sir, did the Highway Patrol investigate, or did the justice of the peace come to the scene of the accident?
No, I just went on down the road back around there and got her head and put it in the ice chest, and we came on to the house.
Well, Mr. Richardson, you'll need to contact the proper authorities and report this accident and death.
Well, yes, ma'am, I will, but tell me, what is the lowest price funeral y'all got?
Well, sir, the very minimum with a plain wooden casket and minimum mortuary service will be around $1,600.
Lord, $1,600. I just can't go that much. I guess I could just bury her back there in the backyard out by a little house where she used to run around and jump and play in the dirt.
Sir, you can't bury a person yourself. That's against the law. You just can't do it.
I didn't say nothing about no person.
Sir?
Annie Mae ain't no person. She my coon dog that I done had for years, and I was just wanting a decent funeral for her. I thought y'all could help me.
What kind of fool is you? Calling up here talking about burying a coon dog. What's your address, Mr. Richardson? I'm fixing to put the police in this deal. Don't you ever call up with that kind of stuff. This is a funeral home, a serious business. We ain't got time for your kind of mess. You hear me?
I'm sorry.
Not long ago, me and Geraldine, Little Jen, and the boys left Hope, Arkansas, headed for Houston, Texas, where we're supposed to play the next night. Now, there's a lot of you out there that ain't going to believe this, but it's a fact with my hand. I got folks that still come up and say, I don't believe that snake story. I don't believe that Volkswagen story. I can't help that. All I can do is tell you this is a true story. We left Hope, Arkansas about midnight, 2:30 in the morning, somewhere between Hope and Houston, Texas. We had a disaster in that bus that could only come to a born loser. There was an explosion in the bins from an electrical system, the motor or whatever, all blew up in the bins of that thing and set the bus on fire. Now this is a fact, what I'm telling you with my hand up, set the bus on fire. The awfulest noise I have ever heard in my life. And of course, Ricky was driving, and it seemed like a day before he could get that thing off the road and over on the shoulder. I was absolutely out of my mind. Instantly, we started to smell the smoke from all the electrical wiring start burning. We stopped the truck out of the bus. I started screaming for everybody, get off, get off, get off. And it's just stampeding down the aisles. Everybody was trying to get off of that bus. I was looking for it to blow up any minute. Everybody bailed off. The boys jerked on gloves and just started jerking equipment out of those bins and jerking the wires out with those gloves, red hot wires out of that bin. Smoke was billowing up. It was the most horrible looking thing I've ever seen in my life. I just knew any minute it was going to go. And then I looked around and I realized Geraldine wasn't there. Geraldine's always a little late getting the word. So once you got to realize that everybody else was fighting with everything. My daughter Wendy had given me one of these new kind of fire extinguishers for Christmas, and the boys grabbed that thing and they're spraying it as some kind of gas, you know, that helps put out the fire, and everybody's scared to death. I was scared to death that any minute the boys is going to get overcome with the smoke that's having to run right in the smoke. Any minute they're going to pass out there dead or something, and look around and realize Geraldine was still on that bus. I can't tell you what that done to me. I can't tell you the fear that went through my body. I didn't know what in the world to do. But there's one thing I did know. The amount of danger didn't matter to me. It didn't matter how dangerous it was. It didn't matter to me that bus is about to blow up. Nothing mattered to me except Geraldine. I'll tell you, I've dedicated my life to taking care of these girls, and there ain't no danger too great for me whenever they're in danger. So I told little Jan, get on there and get her.
Some people think they're prepared for a Walker invasion.
Oh, I got a bunker full of canned goods and Walker killing devices.
But with the Walking Dead scratch-offs, everybody can be ready.
2 armored vehicles, 4 chainsaws, and tons of toilet paper. Woo!
Okay. How about a chance at $20,000 and a chance to win a trip to L.A. to see Talking Dead live?
That could buy a lot of crossbows.
The Walking Dead scratch-offs from the North Carolina Education Lottery with a chance to win $20,000 and a trip to L.A. to see Talking Dead live. It pays to play dead.
AMC's The Walking Dead returns Sunday, October 22nd at 9, 8 Central. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning, including break-even prizes, are 1 in 4.48. Approximate odds to win the top prizes are 1 in 540,000. Odds of winning The Walking Dead second chance promotion depend on the number of eligible entries received. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543. The Walking Dead, copyright 2017, AMC Film Holdings LLC, all rights reserved. This promotion is in no way sponsored, endorsed, or administered by or associated with AMC Film Holdings LLC.
We'll be back with more Friday Fundies in just a few moments, but let me remind you about some good friends over at the Carpet Barn. 40 years in business and still kicking. That's the Carpet Barn, located on the old Highway 74 East in Ellenboro. They carry all popular brand names of the flooring trade like Mohawk, Mannington, and Shaw. From hardwood floors, laminate, and ceramic tile. Owner is Ken McGinnis, and certified installer Larry Bailey can help answer any questions you may have. Now at the Carpet Barn, you can get 50-ounce plush carpet for only $11.99 a yard by Shaw Carpeting. What a deal that is. That's 50-ounce plush carpet for only $11.99 a yard. That's by Shaw Carpeting. Shaw is one of the leading carpet companies in the world with the best grades of carpet. Dependable and quality service is what you get at the Carpet Barn. Stop in over there today. Old Highway 74 East there in Ellenboro. Phone number is 245-2100. 245-2100. Also ask Larry about his pumpkin farm. Old Salem Church Road.
Tri-City Tire Service, located at the corner of 64 and Railroad Avenue in Ruth, is your reliable and affordable tire and auto service center. You can always depend on their professional staff for honest work on brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Tri-City Tire also carries sand, mulch, gravel, and dirt, and they are now a certified U-Haul dealership. See them today on the corner of 64 and Railroad Avenue in Ruth, or give them a call, 287-8778. Tri-City Tire Service keeps you rolling at affordable prices.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Shirley Creek Marina.
Yes, ma'am. May I speak to the person who do the buying of the fish bait?
Yes, I can help you.
What was your name?
Lynn Webb.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Webb. How you doing today? My name is Willie P. Richardson. Maybe have you ever heard my records on the radio?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, look here. We got a new catfish bait that's the best in the world. It really is. I ain't kidding you. And we sure would like to put it in your store for y'all to sell down at the lake.
What is it you've got now?
It's catfish bait. Willie P. Richardson's Catfish Magic is the name of it.
Well, do any other stores carry it?
Oh, yeah, sure do. All over the country. Works better than any kind that I ever seen, and stores are buying it everywhere.
Well, maybe you just better call me back later.
Well, yeah, I could, but I really would like to tell you about it right now. It won't take but a minute, and we can ship some on out to you.
Okay, but I just have a couple minutes because I'm pretty busy.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the other afternoon, me and my uncle was fishing with it down there close to y'all's marina on Sam Rayburn Lake, and we was on my pontoon barge.
Yes, sir.
And we'd been catching quite a few of them channel catfishes on it all afternoon, and all of a sudden my uncle's pole went clean under the water.
Uh-huh.
And, well, first I thought he got hung up on a log or something like that. Then the pontoon barge started moving away from that tree limb. We had it tied to, stretched the rope on out and bent the limb, and was still pulling on the barge. Well, I grabbed a hold of a knife and cut the rope we was tied up with, and the barge started steady moving down the lake. And my uncle's pole was still bent way down, and he was reared back on it trying to hold on for dear life. No, I ain't lying. Yes, ma'am, I ain't lying. Well, I thought maybe he'd caught an alligator or one of them big old gars or something, but that fish came to the top, and it was one of them high-fin blue catfishes. Looked like it was 4 feet long. I told my uncle just to hold on, and maybe it'd tire you out, and we could get it in the boat.
You're putting me on, right?
No, I ain't lying this time. Anyway, it must have pulled us for about 5 miles. Plus, I had left the top off of that bait bucket and that bait that we make, and there was a bunch of them channel catfishes trying to jump off up into the boat to get to that bait, and I was knocking them all out the way. It was something. You ought to seen it.
Oh, man, come on.
No, anyway, that old blue cat finally wore itself out after about 8 miles down the lake, and we was able to get it in the boat. My uncle's big old collie dog was with us, and that catfish snapped and bit that dog's legs off right there on the boat. Dog had to have some of them, what you call prostheses or whatever you call put on, you know, them plastic or wooden legs. Anyway, that catfish weighed 345 pounds. I think it's the world record. and it was caught on my bait, Willie P. Richardson's Catfish Magic. When we got back up to the marina, we had to tie the fish to the bump of my pickup to drag it off the barge. Y'all need any catfish to sell there in your cafe?
No, sir, we wouldn't be interested in the fish,
Well,
but I think we better try your bait.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, we got plenty of that meat out here, and I can make you a good deal. It sure is good. But I tell you what, I'm going to send my son on down there this evening with a couple of cases, if that's all right.
That'll be just fine. Just have him ask for Lynn.
All right, now you can write him a check for it today, can't you? Because we don't sell on credit. I got to pay all these boys for making it, and I got to pay for all this stinking cheese we use it to make it with.
Yes, sir. I'll pay him when he brings it in. I've got to go now. I have a customer.
All right, I sure do appreciate it, Miss Webb.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Milton Crabapple.
Heading up I-75 just south of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Out for a little rest and relaxation, just Ma and me. When we pulled into this little motel to get us a room to spend the night. Well, sir, the minute I checked into that room, I knew something just weren't right. To start with, the mirror was up on the ceiling. There was black marble on the floor, red carpet up and down the walls, and 2 deadbolts on the door. And in that place by the sink where they keep the cups was 2 champagne glasses instead, a deck of them X-rated playing cards, and a king-size waterbed. The sign said the Adult Motel. We didn't have no kids along, so we thought, might as well. You ever tried to shave laying down? I went to brush my teeth and might near drown. There's something strange about an adult motel. Well, it weren't much more than an hour later, just after the sun went down. What sounded like 2 kids was in the room next door on the bed, jumping up and down. I said I thought they didn't allow no darn kids, and I went up front to complain. Some woman hollered at me from the parking lot. Why, she ought to be ashamed. I said, you give me and Ma our money back and we'll just head on down the road. We can't sleep on that bed full of water. That burn thing might explode. And whoever you got to design this place, they ought to be run out of town. Why, it's like the whole cotton-picking room was made for folks looking upside down. The sign said the Adult Motel. Now, the average person might not have noticed a thing, but I could sure tell. Room service arrived topless style. Ma, she didn't even crack a smile as we drove away from the Adult Motel. The sign said the Adult Motel. Room service, care to place an order? Might as well. I was just kidding, Ma, don't get upset. We could at least check out the TV set and see what's playing at the Adult Motel. The sign said the Adult Motel. I'm a-comin', Ma, I'm a-comin'. I sure would love to hang around this place. Something going on around here. Could be right interesting. Yes, sir. Could be right interesting. Ma, you ain't...
Standing on the corner with the low-down blues, a great big hole in the bottom of my shoes. Let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man at all. Let me be your salty dog. Listen here, Sal, well, I know you, a run-down stocking and a worn-out shoe. Let me be.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, folks. I've enjoyed my time with you this week. Join me back here bright and early Monday morning for another edition of the Morning Wake-Up Call. Meanwhile, hope to see you at Ellenboro tomorrow for the Dan Pageant Day.
NCN News. I am Mike Riley. President Donald Trump will immediately halt payments to insurers under the Obama-era health care law, subsidies to defray co-payments, and deductibles for people with low to modest incomes. CBS News senior legal analyst Andrew Cohen.
There are now two main moving parts here. There's the political reaction to this, including the reaction from congressional Republicans, and there's going to be the legal reaction, which surely will come from Democratic state attorneys general, who will try to go to court, I would imagine, to try to get an injunction blocking the administration from undermining this law.
Authorities have identified 2 employees killed during an attempted inmate escape from a North Carolina prison. The State Department of Public Safety says in a news release that 35-year-old Justin Smith and 50-year-old Veronica Darden were killed Thursday during the attempted breakout from Pasquotank Correctional Institution in Elizabeth City. This man lives near the prison and tells us
it looked like that they were looking out in the woods. From what I could see, they were out of their cars and were looking in the cornfield behind us.
Rowan County will ask the Supreme Court to review a ruling barring it from opening its meetings with Christian prayers. The First Liberty Institute, representing the Rowan County Board of Commissioners, filed papers on Thursday. Fire officials say this has been the deadliest week of wildfires in California history. 31 people are dead and hundreds are still missing, and the emergency is far from over. CBS News correspondent Greg Mills has the latest from Santa Rosa.
That number, 31 people dead, is expected to increase with hundreds of people missing. It could increase by a whole lot. And what do you blame? You blame the wind, deadly, devastating wind, starting when this fire started Sunday night.
Authorities in Tennessee say they have found a missing Asheville girl while conducting a prostitution sting. Timothy King of Hickory was arrested on 2 felony counts of trafficking of sexual servitude. You're listening to NCN News.
Hello, North Carolina. Geico presents things that'll make you feel good.
There's an island in Japan filled with bunnies. Cuddly, soft, warm bunnies. Something else to make you feel good? Geico's been offering great savings and service for over 75 years and has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. And that satisfying coverage isn't just for your car. The Geico Insurance Agency can help you insure your home, apartment, and condo. And Geico offers motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. You know what else will make you feel good? Honey doesn't spoil, which means either bees are magical or there's a scientific reason honey tastes delicious forever. We're going with Magic Bees. And Geico is the 2nd largest auto insurer in the country. So breathe easy. We've got your back. Plus, you might be able to save even more money because Geico could help you find savings like military or federal discounts. And Geico offers emergency roadside service.
So, North Carolina, contact Geico online at geico.com. You'll feel better after you do.
Is key evidence in Russia's attempts to influence opinion on social media gone for good? CBS News correspondent Peter King has that.
Twitter has reportedly deleted tweets and other data that could have helped investigators looking into Russian interference with last year's U.S. election. Russia's believed to have manipulated social media through various means, but the Twitter data is now gone, partly because of the company's own rules that say once a user deletes or changes a tweet, Twitter has to follow. Politico reports that's exactly what happened after Russian operatives deleted their tweets.
The State Department of Health and Human Services Secretary Dr. Mandy Cohen is encouraging everyone to get their flu shots. Dr. Cohen received her shot as part of an employee flu shot clinic in Raleigh yesterday. The state's first flu surveillance report of the season was released on Thursday morning. So far, there have been no flu deaths in the state. Dr. Cohen tells Spectrum News because the flu can be a deadly virus, the time to get your flu shot is now.
It's so important that everyone takes the opportunity to get their flu shot right now. I just got my flu shot. It doesn't hurt.
Country star Jason Aldean was back on stage last night in Tulsa, Oklahoma, resuming his tour almost 2 weeks after a gunman opened fire while he was on stage killing 58 people. He took a defiant tone and says he won't be shaken by anyone trying to make Americans live in fear.
Not a day goes by that we don't think about them, and our thoughts and prayers are with them and their family and everybody else who was injured in that thing and everybody who just was there, because even though people may not have physical scars, it's going to be a mental thing for a lot of people for a long time.
A custodian at a Lee County middle school has been charged after someone found a camera in a faculty bathroom. Lee County deputies say that 28-year-old Tony Waddell Feaster of Sanford was arrested.
Get your message to the thousands. Call the WCAB Sales Department today at 287-3356.
ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. Millions of low-income Americans may lose their health care coverage thanks to a move by President Trump. ABC senior White House correspondent Jonathan Karl explains.
The president has taken his biggest step yet towards dismantling Obamacare. He is going to stop making subsidy payments to the insurance companies that help millions of lower-income Americans buy their health insurance. This will affect up to 7 million Americans who now get those subsidies, pricing many of them out of the market for health insurance.
The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates premiums next year could spike 20% for some. The president also signed an executive order expanding the sale of cheap plans that offer few services. In a couple of hours, the president's also expected to decertify the Iran nuclear agreement.
This way, he can say he did something about the deal, but not completely rip it up, which would infuriate the others who signed on to the deal, but this will still be seen as very controversial.
ABC Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz. Congress will have 60 days to decide whether or not to save the agreement. Northern California wildfires are now being blamed for the deaths of 31 people, making them the deadliest fires in California history. Firefighters doing what they can to save communities.
Among the many tools that firefighters have here is sticky, gooey gel. In fact, private firefighters like Dave Corwin are here being paid by insurance companies to spray it on homes to prevent them from burning.
We go in and we assess the danger of the house, and if it's in danger, we will gel it.
The gel creates a barrier so embers can't ignite a home. Corwin says they have gelled several homes during this fire. Alex Stone, ABC News, Santa Rosa, California.
The death toll is expected to rise in Northern California. Search crews are still looking for victims in affected communities. Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine just announced she is staying in the Senate. There were rumors she planned to retire after deciding not to run for governor of Maine. You're listening to ABC News.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. With a call to National Tax Helpline, you can stop the wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. Once you've qualified and enrolled, the IRS will stop all the collection activities against you. These unique programs have been allocated to help the economy and significantly reduce or eliminate your tax burden. The IRS is currently accepting reduced settlements and other favorable programs. You may qualify for substantial savings, so get the help you need. If you owe the IRS $10,000 or more, call now for free information and to see if you qualify. Take down the number now for the Tax Helpline, 800-805-1055. That's 800-805-1055 for free information. 800-805-1055. That's 800-805-1055.
All inmates are accounted for after a deadly escape in North Carolina. Charlie Snowden works at a restaurant near the correctional institution.
Police came by and said that one of the inmates had got loose behind the food line here, so they was telling us we might need to lock our doors.
The inmates had started a fire in the prison's sewing room and attacked the employees. 2 workers were killed, 10 injured. They are all now back behind bars. Police in suburban New York are looking for crooks who allegedly took a lunch break during their crime spree.
In Westchester County, New York, thieves targeted 5 buildings in the village of Hastings-on-Hudson. Police say they stole a big screen TV and hot dogs from a firehouse and then hit a diner where they grabbed cash, but not before working up an appetite. They attempted to cook the dogs, but that apparently failed because they left the package behind. But the owner of the diner says they still ate plenty of food, including fruit salad and uncooked English muffins. Police are investigating. Todd Ent, ABC News.
Couple from Alabama married more than 50 years has a new accomplishment to mention to the grandkids. Glenn and Scarlett Riley have won the 2017 National Outstanding Tree Farmers of the Year Award. The couple started the tree farm near Mobile more than a decade ago. At the same place Glenn proposed to Scarlett. They eventually moved there and decided that they wanted to give tree farming a try after Glenn retired as a grocer. They say that it's been a great way to live during that part of their lives. This is ABC News.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? I'm Jim O'Connor, independent life insurance agent specializing in term life insurance. There's been a price war between the major life insurance companies. If you've had your term life policy more than 2 years, you may be paying too much. The life insurance industry is going through exciting changes. Make sure you're not paying too much for your term insurance. For new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote. 800-799-0903, 800-799-0903, or visit my website at term22.com.
Robbins Paint and Carpet can help in your decorating needs. They are the headquarters for the easy-to-use Benjamin Moore Paint and Supplies. Ask Jim Robbins or any member of his team at Robbins Paint and Carpet and see how easy it will be for you to do that sprucing up around the house you've put off until now. Get great pricing, excellent service, and free expert help and advice to make every project a success. Complete installation of carpeted wood flooring too. Benjamin Moore, Robbins Paint and Carpet, and you, making a beautiful home together. 206 Commercial Street, Forest City.
WCAB has been serving the community with family-friendly radio programming for 50 years. Thank you, Rutherford County, for making WCAB your radio station of choice. Turn it up. WCAB 590 Rutherfordton.
From ABC Sports. Hi, everybody. I'm Todd Ants.
Swing and a miss, strike three, and the Cubs win it.
A wild game and a nail-biting finish as the Cubs hand the Nationals another crushing postseason defeat 9-8 in Washington. Cubs' Addison Russell was money with 4 RBIs.
Ups and downs, the visiting team, us, the home team, taking control of the ball game, back and forth. The works, you can't draw up a series better than this. Just happy to come out on top.
Cubs and Dodgers in Los Angeles, Game 1 of the NLCS on Saturday. A battle of 4-1 teams on Thursday Night Football.
Wentz in the shotgun, stamps the right foot, takes a low snap, looks, fires, complete at the 15, the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown goes Nelson Aguilar.
On WIP, the Eagles defeat the Panthers 28-23. And a federal appeals court cleared the way for the NFL to impose a 6-game ban on Cowboys' Ezekiel Elliott immediately. This is ABC Sports. And more details on Zeke Elliott's suspension. Apparently his fight is not over.
Next week there is expected to be, as it was described to me, a flurry of legal activity. So clearly he is not ready to give up the fight. He continues to want to see if he could get this 6-game suspension put away.
ESPN's Adam Schefter and the Rams signed linebacker Alec Ogletree to a 4-year extension. ESPN reports the deal is worth $42 million. NHL, the Panthers defeated the Blues 5-2, and Roberto Luongo picked up a red-letter victory.
Here's Ekblad now as the Panthers are in the zone. Over to Verbata, trying to center. They do score.
On KMOX, Luongo picked up win number 454 of his career. That ties him with Curtis Joseph for 4th all-time. Tampa Bay has won 2 straight.
High slide Kalorn, a feed for Cuckoo. Hold, shoot, score! Cuckoo again! Slater Cuckoo!
On 970 WFLA, the Lightning topped the Penguins 5-3. The Wild pick up their first win of the season.
Wild get it back. Stewart pushing it down the right wing. Stewart cuts it with an empty net. Stewart's in. He shoots. He scores.
On KFAN, Minnesota tops Chicago 5-2. Back to baseball, the AL Championship Series in Houston tonight. Yankees' Masahiro Tanaka faces Dallas Keuchel. And U.S. soccer manager Bruce Arena told the Washington Post he has no interest in overseeing another 4-year World Cup cycle following the team's failure to qualify for Russia in 2018. Todd Ant, ABC Sports.
North Carolina Tractor Supply, your Massey Ferguson dealer in Rutherfordton, has some really great ideas this year. This could be the year for you to get that Massey Ferguson you've been wanting. Stop by today and see what Massey Ferguson and Phil Sheehan at North Carolina Tractor Supply have for you. Check to see if you qualify for 0% financing. Today could be your day at North Carolina Tractor Supply, Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
Looks like it'll be a little bit of a gloomy day. We'll have cloudy skies, some patchy drizzle around, but temperatures will be a little bit cooler with highs in the low to mid-70s this afternoon. Tonight into Saturday morning, cloudy skies, mild temperatures, and some patchy drizzle and fog. Low temperatures tonight in the low to mid-60s. And then Saturday we start off with some clouds, but then we finish with some sun with highs in the mid to upper 70s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
She needs
There's no peace of mind, just a longing for the way things should have been. And she wonders why some men never find that a woman needs a lover and a friend. Daytime friends and nighttime lovers, hoping no one else discovers where they go, what they do in their secret hideaway. Daytime friends and nighttime lovers, they don't want to hurt the other, so they love in the nighttime and shake hands in the light of day. Daytime friends and nighttime lovers, hoping no one else discovers where they go, what they do in their secret hideaway. Daytime friends and nighttime lovers, they don't want to hurt the other, so they love in the nighttime and shake hands in the light of day. Daytime friends and nighttime lovers, hoping no one else discovers where they go, what they do. Hey, Joe.